Welcome, everyone. I'd like to call everybody back into the sanctuary. We're for our community gathering. So if you're attending, come on in, have a seat, and we'll get started here in just a second. And I'm going to give it just a minute so people can settle in, because we'll start it with an opening prayer. Jennifer, our new chaplain, is going to do, Jennifer Lambert, the other Jennifer who looked at me, Jennifer, our chaplain, is going to say our opening prayer for us.
So we'll just take a moment now. We had such a beautiful service. We thank everyone that was a part of that. Thank everyone that came to the service, either live or online. We'll just take a moment now and settle into this beautiful space that we have, that we've created. We'll take a moment and thank you, God, for all these wonderful souls that are part of our community. And we thank you for the ability to serve the community in any way we can, even just by coming on Sunday, either online or in live, is a service to us. We appreciate each and every one that's part of this community. We see the love and the light going out into the world, and we are making the world a better place. And with that, God, we affirm that there's only one power and one presence in our life, and that is you, God, the omnipotence. And we thank you for working in our community and working through all those that lead us. So again, we are of service only to you, God. Thank you. Amen and amen.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. She's not only a chaplain, she's also a board member, so thank you for your service. Well deserved. And Steve, another board member, is going to take the heavy lifting today. He put together a beautiful agenda, so thank you, Steve.
All right. It's always fun to be up here. We're here today to kind of talk about what's happened over the last month, and we've got stuff going on. So get ready. We're going to talk about some things that we're looking forward to doing, and things that the congregation will need to do, and all kinds of stuff. You saw in the announcements that already about the new minister coming, right? There'll be a big party for her. And we're going to be losing our Reverend Denise. She's going to be moving on, and we're going to have a celebration to be grateful for her, the time that she's been here. So those are two activities that are going on. We know that there's some more too. As we get involved in some of these activities, we want everybody to know we are going to be looking for more volunteers. We've spent the last 2 years under COVID restrictions kind of sitting at home watching TV and doing different things. Those days are kind of moving past us. Even though we're not going to be able to meet in the big groups we used to, we're still going to be needing more and more people to help facilitate some of these in-person events that we're going to do. And as we talk about doing in-person events, it's one of the things that we're working on right now is to be continually COVID conscious. We want to be able to do these kind of events in a safe and appropriate manner. And that's kind of why we moved back, even though masking isn't required by the state and federal government and stuff, we still feel it's appropriate for us to do that in our community to keep one another safe. And we do have the opportunity to use masks, and clearly we have enough space here to social distance. We just need to be cognizant that we're trying to protect not only ourselves, but the people we're with. So as we do more of these in-person events, we need to keep that in mind, that we'll have masks available and that we'll be seeking to social distance to the best and do everything that we can to keep ourselves and our community safe as well. Also, we did have the return of in-person youth ed program, and that is so cool. We've missed him, and it's nice to have him back in the building. Some of you have already heard Jennifer give her announcements, but she loves to tell everybody again, because sometimes we just don't get it the first time.
All right, I do love to tell you about what's going on with the youth. It is such a blessing to have our youth back in person. I'm blessed anyways, so much. It's so great to see their smiling faces and to hear their stories and what's been happening in their lives. I love it so very much. So we do have 2 youth events coming up. We'll be celebrating our seniors. So our YOUers that are graduating from high school, we will be celebrating them next week. We'll be down in the banquet hall with cupcakes. You're welcome to bring them cards or gifts if you'd like. We have gifts for them that we will be presenting to them during the service. We just want to honor and love on our seniors. They've been with us since they were little, and it's been a long trek for them. And we want them to know that they're a part of our community solidly and firmly here. So that's our event for next week. And then the following week on May 29th, we're going to do a fundraiser for camps for this summer. We'll be collecting soft goods. So this is your opportunity to clean out your closets, clean out the basement, clean out the garage, clean out the attic. Soft goods, so bedding, towels, clothes, shoes, purses, backpacks, those kinds of things. Throw them in a garbage bag and then throw them in your trunk and bring them here. Our goal is to collect 300 bags. That will give us close to $1,000. So that's our goal. And we load it all up, and we'll be delivering it to a warehouse where they'll sort it and get it out into thrift stores. So we're very excited about this. Also, if you have children that want to go to camp this summer, please come to me because I have applications for camps. So Uniteens and YOU, there is no Unity Kids Camp this year, unfortunately, but Uniteens, so those are middle schoolers, and YOU, which is high schoolers, love to get applications out. I think that's it.
Awesome, thank you. What else did I have on my list here? Oh, I'm going to talk a little bit today about our year-to-date finances here at the church. And then we're going to also talk a little bit about some specific volunteer opportunities that are coming up. And then we'll also have an opportunity for some questions and answers because we got lots of fun things that we got working on. But here's my fun part, the finances. That always gets me jazzed up, and I'm sure it does you guys as well. Just to, we don't always talk about them a lot, so we just wanted to get kind of up to date. And just so everyone knows, we do a budget every year, and we keep an eye on that budget. So currently, our cash account, we've spent more than we've brought in, but that's kind of what we have planned during our budget earlier in the year. We're kind of budgeted for a negative income kind of situation. And then at the end, usually in the fall, we'll have a fall fundraiser that makes up for all of that. So the fact that we're down about $7,500 is no surprise. And then our investment accounts are also down along with the market. So we're pretty much cognizant of that, and that's not to be unexpected. So we're in a good position there. In terms of being down, what's interesting is that our tithes and love offerings are at about 90% of what's budgeted. And given that we've gone through the COVID and transition with ministers and different things, that's really not that big a surprise. But our expenses have been kind of followed them fairly closely. So they've been probably just a little bit more than 90% of what we had budgeted. So based on our budget, we're actually about $1,700 over our budget. So we've actually overspent by about $1,700. And I think over 4.5 months, that's not too big a deal at all. So we've actually done very well, I think, for the first part of the month, first part of the year. And I think we really do have some opportunities as we move forward. Of course, right now we have Prosperity Plus 3 classes going on. We have a new minister coming in. We have more and more in-person opportunities coming up here at church. So there's a lot of possibilities for us to grow our income and to grow our outreach to our community as well. And along with just the in-person stuff, we need to continue working with the with our online community as well, because that's a special part of our community now that we really didn't have before. So that's a new area for us to work with. So just in summary, we're looking forward to our new minister coming. That's about a month away. And along with that, we do have some opportunities that are coming forward for us. Before we go to those opportunities, does anybody have any questions regarding the finances, or questions or answers? We always like answers as well, too. I hear nothing. That's good. So as we move back into in-person stuff, and when we have a new minister coming in, we were at our board meeting the other night, and we're going, we really need to have some volunteers to help us do some of this stuff. We've been pretty much working with the board and a small group of people to get Sunday service done. Or that's probably not a small group of people doing Sunday service, but I think you know what I mean. But we're going to need to begin to recruit more volunteers and whatnot. And I guess I have a question for for Michelle. Did we get very far on finding out what the volunteer committee is doing?
Wendy Valentine, was going to be checking in with Diane Neiman. Last we had heard Diane Neiman was in charge of the volunteer coordinating committee. And we have not heard back yet, but we are in need. So while that is reconnecting and reforming, if you are interested in volunteering, please, I will take your phone calls or your emails or whatever. Just get a hold of me, and I will make sure. What's that? We'll get a sign-up sheet right now. I will make one while he's talking the rest of the time. Great idea, Reverend Denise. So we'll get a sign-up sheet, and I can pass it, or I can watch for whoever's interested, or we can put it in the back. So right now we're looking. We need some help. We have things coming up that's not even on his agenda. Heidi's hopeful that Paint Tacoma will be happening this year. It's happening. Pride Fest is happening. It's happening. We have a new event happening, which is called Porch Fest, and you'll hear more about that in the coming times. It's a community event that we will be blessed to be the starting point and kind of center focal area of, and it's a community program where they're bringing musicians. I need to speak with Cerny about this. But anyway, musicians into the area and having them perform on porches where people in the community can go, to different areas in the community to celebrate music and each other and being part of this community. And how perfect of a fit is that for us? So anyway, there's lots of opportunities for volunteers. So please, I'll get a sign-up sheet, and we'll get started with that. Thanks for the question.
When we do we're going to be doing the after-service events downstairs or next door, and so there's obviously going to be some opportunity for people to set up there, and I think we'll have some kind of minimalized food servings and certainly coffee for Reverend Denise, because she hasn't been served a cup of coffee her entire time here. She's been here a whole year without coffee. That's pretty good. we're going to remedy that, and then we're going to send her on. I talked a little bit about fundraising, and we haven't, been actively doing a lot of fundraising. We've kind of done a little bit passive, but we have, when bringing Reverend Megan in here, we're going to have a specific need, and she's a minister that actually has household goods. Our last minister arrived with all his possessions basically in the trunk of his car. So this, not Denise, but Reverend Jeffrey. So he was an easy move for us to get here. I think we had to pay his gas expenses from Kansas City or something like that. But for Reverend Megan, she's going to actually have some moving costs, and part of her contract, we as a church committed to pay him up to about $10,000. So it's not a cheap thing to move people, and so we're going to need to do a fundraiser to help us put together those make that possible for her. We're in a position where we can handle it, but it's so much better to get everybody to participate and have an opportunity to share in bringing Reverend Megan into our community. With that, and also we do have a fall fundraiser that we often do. We haven't been able to do much planning on either of those. So what we're doing is we're looking for some creative minds out there that enjoy working on different kinds of fundraisers and have creative ideas about how to do it in a way to reach our broader community and to do it in a way that's fun and enjoyable and something that we can all kind of keep an eye on and watch and participate in. And so if you're one of those kind of people, sign up on that sheet, email your name in to the church and let us know so we can help get these fundraisers going. And then, the final thing that we need that's kind of urgent is Reverend Megan found some office furniture that she's interested in for her new house, which is a good thing because that means we don't have to haul it upstairs, which could have been a deal breaker. But anyhow, the office furniture is up in Bothell, as I understand it, and we're a lot of details that are kind of still vague, how many pieces and whatnot, and exactly where she's going to store them. But all those things are going to be resolved hopefully early next week because she needs to get these things by the end of this week, whatever day Friday is. It needs to be done by Friday. the 20th. So this is kind of like a U-Haul job, and it needs a couple of either strong men or smart people who know how to move larger items. So if this is something that you would be available to do, let me know right away, and we can see if we can't get something scheduled to do by the end of the week. I'm able to do that Tuesday, Wednesday, or Friday, I believe. And so if anybody wants to join with me or knows someone who has great moving skills, we would accept that as well. So let me know if that's something you can help out with. And those are all the things that I had for today in terms of what we need immediately and the things that are coming up. Does anybody have any other immediate needs that we're seeing or questions?
And that is, what a beautiful board you have. I just want to say that, and this is a call to sort of help and support. So some of you are online watching, and you can call the office to do that. But let's just create this amazing space for Reverend Megan and let her know how beautiful you are through your generosity. That's what we are in Unity. We're so generous. So bring that generous energy of support and love and moving her stuff and whatever we can do to make her experience here amazing. Because if we make her experience amazing, she's going to make our experience amazing, right? So thank you all so much for that support. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Reverend Denise. That's a good point. Do we have any other questions or answers or things that need to be done? Or Yeah, sign up. Or if you don't sign up yourself, sign somebody else up. Okay, it's time to wrap it up, I guess. So thank you all. Let's have a quick prayer out. And we'll be done.
All right. Taking in that beautiful breath again and breathing in the joy and the light and the love that is this community and this universe that's available for us in this universe. Breathe in that joy and love and light. Settle your body grounded into the earth. And as we breathe out, we let go of all those things that don't serve us. We're ready to move forth into our community, awakened, joyful, bringing to us all the things that we need in this transition, and grateful for everybody we have, all these beautiful souls, as Jennifer said earlier, beautiful souls in this community, all the wisdom and help and generosity, as Reverend Denise said, that is in this community. We are so, so grateful, and we call forth and manifest everything that we need, this God or something even better. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen.